The future of cars just got wild. Imagine spending $2.2 million on a vehicle that has more computing power than the space shuttle and accelerates faster than a fighter jet. That's exactly what's happening with these new hybrid hypercars.
Well, that's fascinating about the computing power comparison. And what really strikes me is how this technology is spreading across the entire automotive spectrum.
You know what's really interesting? Ferrari's SF90 is leading this revolution by bringing their iconic mid-engine V8 into the modern era with plug-in hybrid technology, but they've managed to keep that raw Ferrari feel that enthusiasts love.
Hmm. Speaking of maintaining heritage while pushing boundaries, have you seen what Lamborghini's doing with the Revuelto? They're keeping their legendary V12 while adding hybrid tech.
Right, and that's just the beginning. The Pagani Utopia is pushing 852 horsepower for a cool $2.19 million, while the Rimac Nevera is delivering over 1,800 horsepower from an all-electric powertrain. These aren't just cars anymore. They're rolling laboratories.
The price tags are absolutely mind-boggling. But what's really interesting is how this technology eventually trickles down to more mainstream vehicles.
Exactly, and we're seeing that happen right now with Chevrolet. They're not just developing an all-electric Corvette, they're actually planning to transform it into a whole family of vehicles, including an SUV. That's like Ferrari deciding to make minivans.
You know, that transformation reminds me of how the Colorado pickup has evolved. Looking at the data, it went from a basic 22,495 work truck in 2020 to today's sophisticated 33,595 machine with that impressive 9 out of 10 rating.
And speaking of ratings, let's look at how different vehicles age in the market. The Chevrolet Express van has maintained a steady 6.5 out of 10 rating for years, while the Malibu has seen some dramatic shifts, from a solid 9 out of 10 in 2017 to 2018 to a 6 out of 10 in recent years.
That's quite a decline for the Malibu. Do you think it reflects changing consumer preferences more than actual vehicle quality?
Well, that's exactly what the data suggests. Look at the Silverado HD series. It's maintained consistent 7 out of 10 ratings, while its starting price jumped from $34,905 in 2017 to over $47,000 for 2025. Consumers are willing to pay more for trucks, but sedans are becoming less relevant.
The market shift is really remarkable when you look at those numbers. Even the Equinox shows this evolution, moving from a 6 out of 10 in 2017 to an 8 out of 10 in newer models.
And here's what's really fascinating. This evolution isn't just about adding features or raising prices. These vehicles are fundamentally changing their identity. Like the upcoming Camaro SUV, it's not just a new model, it's a complete reimagining of what these iconic nameplates can be.
So that makes me wonder about the future of performance vehicles in general. When you have electric hypercars like the Lotus Evija pushing the boundaries of what's possible,
You know what's crazy? We're seeing the definition of performance completely change. The Ferrari 296 proves you can have a hybrid V6 that not only matches, but exceeds what traditional V8s and V12s could do. It's like comparing a smartphone to a rotary dial. Same basic function, totally different capability.
the technological leap is just incredible when you think about it. These vehicles are essentially becoming rolling supercomputers.
And that's really the key point here. We're not just seeing better versions of old ideas. We're witnessing a fundamental transformation in how cars are conceived, built, and used. Whether it's a $2.4 million Rimac Nevera or a $24,000 Trailblazer, every segment is being reinvented.
Looking ahead, it seems like we're just at the beginning of this transformation.
Absolutely right. And here's what's really going to be interesting to watch. How these manufacturers maintain their brand identity through this transition. Will a hybrid Ferrari still feel like a Ferrari? Will an electric Corvette SUV capture the spirit of the original? That's the challenge that's going to define the next decade of automotive development.